Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your sister in Islam, Radiant Anab. If you are thinking about giving up making dua to Allah, don't. This video is for you. Do not give up on making dua. Allah will literally answer your dua. I'm telling you right now, do not give up. One day I was watching YouTube vlogs, wallahi, and it was about people going to Umrah and they were touching the Kaaba. And I just sat there watching and I cried my eyes out. I did not have the money, I didn't have the means to go. And I was watching it on TV. I turned away and literally turned to the Qibla and I started begging Allah, crying. I was like, Ya Allah, I know I'm not worthy of visiting the Kaaba. I am not pure enough. I'm full of sins. And I am too broke to go. I don't have money, Ya Rabbi. But I want to go. And I just kept on crying. And because I was literally saying what was in my heart, I was like, y'all, I don't have the money. I don't even know if I have the good heart to go, but I want to go. I want to visit the Kaaba. I want to touch it. I want to make dua. And I want you to accept me. And I want your acceptance. And I want your forgiveness. And I literally told Allah, Ya Allah, I'm not going to stop begging you until you take me. Until you take me to Umrah. And if I'm not pure enough or if I'm not good enough to go to Umrah, then I said, Ya Allah, make me good enough to go. I literally begged Allah. The next night, I wake up. I wake up for tahajjud, cry my eyes out, ask Allah, Ya Allah, I'm not gonna stop begging you until you take me to Umrah. I want to go to Umrah, Ya Rabbi. I want you to forgive me and I want to be a better Muslim. I just kept waking up for tahajjud every night, literally begging Allah, crying my eyes out. And then, subhanAllah, one day randomly just bring it up to my sister. Hey, I'm thinking about going to Umrah, but I don't have any money. She was like, no way, I just got my passport. I want to go too. Let's make plans. I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, let's just make plans. Like, let's just plan. I'm like, I don't have the money. She's like, don't worry about that. Let's just plan. And then she was like, I'll just let my boss know I'm going to be off and I want you to go to Umrah with me. She said that she made a promise to Allah that when she gets her passport, the first place that she'll go to is the Kaaba. And she said that she was waiting for it. And she was happy that I brought it up to her and that she wanted to go with me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you want to go to Umrah with me? Like, I don't even have. She was like, don't worry about the money. Don't bring up money. It's okay. And I'm like, okay, subhanAllah. I was waking up for tahajjud for 1 week and begging Allah if I could go. In this span of 2 months, not only was I able to go with my sister, but I was able to take my daughter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm gonna cry. Oh, Ya Rabbi, I'm gonna cry. Not only was Allah able to allow me to go, but I was able to take my daughter with me. And not only was I able to go and take my daughter, I was able to touch the Kaaba 4 times. And anyway, sorry, I don't want to ruin my makeup. But not only was I able to go, but I was able to take my daughter with me. I was just like how I asked Allah. I was like, yo, I want to touch the Kaaba. I was able to touch the Kaaba. And I remember my daughter was like, Mommy, I want to touch the Kaaba too. And I told her, Honey, ask Allah. And I remember telling her, I said, Hanan, you know it's dangerous. I could get crushed in the crowds. And then she was like, no, it's okay, Mommy. I want to touch it. And then I said, ask Allah to make it easy for you. And then she said, oh, Allah, make it easy for me. I want to touch the Kaaba. And I take her. And then somehow, subhanAllah, this is, I didn't mean to get emotional again. Somehow we just end up in the crowds and then we just going off. And then we just, subhanAllah, without any issue, literally me and my daughter were like, we just go through the crowds easily and she's able to touch it not only once but like also 3 times. And at some point even guy spots us and then he sees like Hanan wanting to touch the Kaaba and he literally just basically lifts her up. Not only was she able to touch the Kaaba but she was able to kiss it and it was like, oh my god, it was like the most beautiful thing in the world. So I'm sharing this with you because I'm telling you right now, when I was going to Umrah, I did not have money. If you're asking Allah for money, money is nothing to Allah. I'm telling you right now, if you are broke or you're struggling, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Kareem. He is so generous. His generosity is limitless. And He can give you what you want right now. He can give you whatever you're desiring, whether it's a spouse or money or health. If you're struggling with your health, know that Allah could cure you. He really can. But you have to beg Allah and you have to ask sincerely. Ask Allah sincerely and He will give it to you. Our whole purpose for existing is for us to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what a better way to worship Allah than to ask for His help. Literally, making dua is a form of worship. You are worshiping Allah. You're asking the one who created you for help. How beautiful is that? And when you raise your hands up to Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is too shy to return your hands empty. Allah is not going to forsake you. He's not going to reject your dua. He's going to answer it, whether it's this world or the next. And if He doesn't answer it, it's for your own sake. He's probably protecting you from a harm. I know some of you are like, oh, well, I want to marry this person, and you're constantly asking for that individual, but maybe Allah is not making things easy for you because that individual is not good for you. And maybe Allah has another person that's way better for you. SubhanAllah, always assume good of Allah because Allah says, I am as you think of me. So think good of Allah. Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your dua and Allah will never forsake you or abandon you. And know that Allah is always there for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you next video. Bye. Ma'as salama.